They say evil hides in plain sight. It doesn't always come with a mask lurking in the shadows. Sometimes it wears a warm smile. Sometimes it sits across from you at the dinner table, laughs at your jokes, shakes your hand. And sometimes you don't see the monster until it's too late. I used to believe in my family. I used to believe that the people closest to me would always protect me. Then one night, I stumbled onto a secret so disturbing, so twisted, that it should have made my sister run. But she didn't run from the monster. She ran from me. And the worst part? It wasn't the first time I had been betrayed. It wasn't the first time I had to watch someone choose a predator over me. This is the story of how I lost everything, my trust, my safety, my sister, all because I told the truth. And the truth, it was the last thing anyone wanted to hear. It started with a name. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Just another sleepless night scrolling through my phone. On impulse, I typed my sister's boyfriend's name into Google. I expected to find boring news articles. Maybe an old college blog. I didn't expect to find him. The Reddit account was unmistakably his. Same username he used elsewhere. Same phrases he used in real life. The posts started off annoying but harmless. Complaints about Jane, about our mother. But then, I saw my own name. I clicked, and I started to shake. She acts like all men are predators. Maybe she needs to feel real fear just once. Maybe then she'll understand we're not all monsters. Next time I'll drive her home. But I won't take her home. I'll take the long way. The dark road, the one with no street lights. I won't say a word. I'll just let her sit there, waiting. And after 20 minutes, I'll turn around and take her home like nothing happened. Then she'll know. Not all men are bad. My entire body went cold. This wasn't just an online fantasy. This was a plan. I wasn't supposed to see it. But I did. And now I didn't know if I was safe. I saved everything. Screenshots, links, timestamps. Then I went to my mother and uncle. My uncle clenched his fists. That bastard! I'll deal with him myself. But my mother hesitated. We should wait for Jane. Wait? I wanted to scream. What if I don't have time to wait? Still, I agreed. 2 days later, Jane walked through the door, smiling, blissfully unaware, and then I showed her. She read the posts, her expression frozen. Then she laughed. You're overreacting. I felt my stomach drop. Jane, I whispered. He wants to take me on a deserted road at night and let me think I'm about to die. How is that a joke? She rolled her eyes. You always assume the worst about men. I stared at her. Jane, are you hearing yourself? This isn't some misunderstanding. He wrote it out in detail. You don't know John like I do, she snapped. I swallowed. And if he actually does it? What then? She stood up, her voice colder than I had ever heard. Then I guess you'll know he was serious. That wasn't the first time someone I loved had ignored the truth. 10 years earlier, I had a best friend, Angie. She was like a sister to me, the kind of person you swear will always be in your life. And when I was 17, I started dating Nico, her childhood friend. He was my first love, my first heartbreak, and the first man to destroy me. I had a heart condition. If my heart rate spiked, I had to take medication immediately or I'd pass out. That night, I drank 1 glass of wine. Minutes later, my heart pounded out of rhythm. I swallowed my pill, and then darkness. I woke up feeling strange, sore, exposed. Nico sat beside me smiling. Don't worry. I only did it once. My breath caught in my throat. Did what? You were asleep, he said casually. But we've done it before, so it wasn't a big deal, right? I went numb. It was like falling into ice-cold water, like the world had suddenly tilted on its axis. I broke up with him the next day. And 3 months later, Angie started dating him. I begged her to listen. She just smiled. You're just jealous. So I walked away. But the truth has a way of coming back. 10 years later, Sven, Angie's brother, messaged me. Hey, long time no talk. I'd love to invite you to our baby shower. I smiled. I had always liked Sven. Then I asked a simple question. Will Nico be there? Of course. He's Angie's fiancé. I felt my pulse spike. I had two choices. Stay silent or tell the truth. I chose the truth. I told Sven everything. And the storm began. Angie called me screaming. Why now? Why ruin his life over something that happened 10 years ago? Her mother sobbed. You're destroying our family. And Nico? He didn't deny it. He just shrugged and said, It was so long ago. It doesn't matter now. But it mattered to Sven. I won't let my daughter near a man like that. So he cut Nico out. But Angie stayed, and suddenly I was the villain. A year later, I heard the news. Angie and Nico got married. Sven attended the wedding. John was still with Jane. And me? I had lost everything. My sister, my best friend, my childhood home. But there was one thing I didn't lose. I didn't lose myself. Even if no one wanted to hear the truth, I had spoken it. I had stood up for myself, and I would never regret that. Not now. Not ever. Not every story ends with justice. Sometimes the monsters get away with it. Sometimes they thrive. But even when the world turns against you, the truth still matters. Because one day, someone else will need to hear it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be the reason they survive. Thank you for your words. Thank you for watching if you haven't subscribed. Yet please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking, real-life stories happening around you.